Hi everyone, thank you for visiting our channel. And if you find the content here useful, please like, share, and subscribe. In this video, we're going to talk about the skill of coding or lack of it thereof. Contrary to conventional wisdom, the essential skill of computer programming or coding is not necessarily exclusive to computer science graduates. In fact, a lot of computer science graduates can code to save their lives. And I know a lot of programmers who are not computer science graduates. So coding or computer programming is just a skill and it can be learned regardless of your educational background. In fact, if the only language that you know is English, you can actually learn computer programming because a lot of computer science languages are written in English. So let's find out if that is possible. If you allow me, I'll just share my screen. I have a presentation for you here. Not here, but here. Okay. So here's the quiz. This window goes up. Yeah, you can see it clearly now. Okay, so here's the quiz. Can you be a coder if the only language you know is English? We'll soon find out. So have you read this joke? Most of us have. How did the programmer die in the shower? So there is a set of instructions, and the last one says repeat, which means you go back to the first instruction and you come back. That's an infinite loop. That is the reason why the computer programmer died in the shower. And there's another one. A programmer heads out to the store. His wife says, while you are out, get some milk. He never came home because the condition is while you are out, he bought the milk. Again, the condition is while he's out, get some milk. So he'll keep getting the milk while he's out. There is no exit condition for him. That is the reason why the programmer never came back. Hopefully, by the end of this video, most of you will find these jokes funny. Okay, the question is, you can't code, or is just the syntax of programming language that you can understand? They're two different things. Many of us, as I mentioned earlier, computer science graduates included, cannot write code. But most of them can actually code. They just find writing the program in a particular syntax a problem. So what if you can write all the instructions in plain English? Would that help you in writing code? Well, we'll soon find out. And so what is coding or computer programming is just a set of instructions for the computer to follow. And these are written in a predefined syntax of programming language and a particular order, but just top down. You'll learn this in later part of this video too. So here is the opportunity for you. You can make awesome products sitting on your desk. If you have an idea of a tech startup, you can be your own tech co-founder if you learn how to code. If nothing, you can, get a great job, lead a fantastic career. You can be a freelancer. You can make a tons of money. Importantly enough, it is very exciting. Coding is very challenging, but it is very exciting at the same time. And the only thing is to learn programming syntax in plain English, which I hope you will be able to learn by the end of this video. One more thing, which is consistent with the concept of this video, is that many programmers learn just one language, which I recall a small instance where I was sitting in a C language class, C language lab to be exact, and the instructor asked us to write code for a particular problem in C language, of course. And we knew very little C language. So me and my friend were sitting there sharing a computer. We were both basic language programmers. And we said, let's code this thing in basic first, and then we'll code it in C language. And this is exactly what we did. And interestingly enough, the funny thing is, we were still the first one in the lab to solve the problem in C language. So that's it. It's your ability to solve the problem that matters. Syntax doesn't. So if you're ready, let's get started. So that's our first program. Write my name, but that's in quotes, which means you have to write this statement. And that's in English, by the way. I'm asking you to write this. You can do it on a piece of paper or a notepad or text editor on your PC or laptop, wherever you're doing this. So you will write my name as per the instructions. simply my name. Okay, now I ask you to write my name. The problem is that you don't know my name. My name is Anis. Now you know my name. So again, write my name, Anis. There are two different things, and that is one of the first concepts of computer programming. One, I asked you to write a particular statement, you wrote it. Next time, I asked you to write a value of a variable. My name, that is. It can be your name, it can be any other person's name, it can be a name, of Cristiano Ronaldo, for that matter. But anyone, so that's a variable which is storing a value. Okay. Let's write actual code for it. So that's actually uh, Pascal. Yeah, that's a great language, by the way. And I miss coding in Pascal. Anyway, so write my name and you say yes. That's the way I asked you to. The same syntax would be in Basic, C, and PHP. That's that's the syntax for this particular instruction in four different languages. And as you can see, they are very easy to understand. And can you guess the output, by the way? Right? It wrote my name. Now, let's assign my name a value. So the variable my name now has the value Anis, which is in quotes. So when I ask the computer to print my name, which is not in quotes, the value was, but the name of variable isn't. Can you guess the output? You guessed it right, Anis. So that's one of the essential concepts of computer programming, English to a computer language. You assign a value to something and you ask to write it or print it, you get the value. And of course, name of my favorite footballer, my name is Ronaldo, I wish, and also with the footballing capabilities that you have. My name, Ronaldo. Okay. Okay, let's go forward. Let's write it 10 times. So my name is Anis. The quest is to write it 10 times. And I'm asking you in English first. So in English, you write it 10 times. So let's write 10 times, but how do we tell this to a computer? So how do we give the same instruction to the computer? And this is where people get stuck. This is one of the essential concepts of computer programming that's called loop. Okay, remember that the computer will take instructions top down. So my name is Anis. You write it 10 times. You've seen that in English. For a computer, what do I mean by that? I mean, this is how it goes. So your first instruction, your second instruction, your third instruction, it will go top to bottom. And unless you ask the computer to go back to a particular instruction, it will just keep going down the order of the instructions. This is how it could look in a programming language. That is basic, by the way, basic programming language. Outdated. I don't think anybody uses it. So for very easy to describe or to teach programming language. So for one equals one student, that's a for loop. What is between for and next will be repeated as many times as instructed in the for instructions. So for it says 1 to 10. So whatever is between for and next would be repeated 10 times. So same instruction is what language is it? C, printf. It will be repeated in between the parentheses. There is a for loop. 1 equals to 1, and while 1 is less than 10, so I think it won't work. It will work till 9. Anyway, and whatever is in between these two parentheses would be repeated. It says if 1 equals to, while 1 is less than 10, keep repeating it and keep adding uh, a value to I, and it will repeat it until this condition is not met or met. Same goes for another syntax. This time it is in PHP, almost the same instruction. PHP, by the way, was written in C language, that's why. That is Python. It says for I in range 1 to 10. So while in range 1 to 10, you just keep printing what is in the loop. So what is it asking the computer to do? Again, it's asking computer to do a loop formation of the instruction and do whatever is in loop. So what's the output? That's the output. It will write it 10 times. So I think in the first instruction might write it 9 times. We'll see. We'll see to it when we do the practical side of coding later in the video. Okay. So another thing. So can you calculate 2 plus 2? Now, see, we are talking about English, by the way, and simple math. Yes, it is 4. Can you make me do that too? If you ask me what is 2 plus 2, to which I should say 4, that's quite easy. So let's do it in the programming language. So print 2 plus 2, it's not in quotations. I'm asking computer to do a direct uh, uh, computer operation, mathematical operation, and that's the output, 4. So let's do it in a different way. I assign a variable a equals 2, b equals 2. By the way, b should be in small case. Sorry for that. So I ask print a plus b. Guess the output? 4. Because these two variables have these values, and with the mathematical operation performed by computer has done that. That is your first computer program written either in English or any other computer language you want to. So this is a more practical version of it. That's a W3 school, PHP, try it or ASP where you can write PHP code and you'll get the results. So that's PHP. Let's write our first code, echo, as we all write our first code. Hello. Don't worry about the link. I'll put the link in the description of the video. Just see what I'm doing here. So I wrote echo hello world. Let's see what happens. Hello world. The right hand side of the video, you can see the output. So what we have done before in the video, let's do that. So I asked it to write my name. Remember that? You have to put semicolon after everything that you write in most languages. It means that this is the end of this command. You say run my name, as happened in our presentation. So let's make it interesting. Right. Echo. So let's assign it a name. It's a value. Okay. So in PHP, you have to write $sign before declaring any variable. Say my name equals and I write echo dollar my name. Let's see what happens. Anyways, let's make it more formal. Echo my name is. So whatever is in the course, it will be. Let's have a space in the word. Yeah. My name is. Let's see what happens here. So whatever in the code is repeated, and when you ask it to write a variable name, write the variable. So my name is Anish here. And let's do. We can ignore the HTML tags and up there and back there. We'll get to more specific of the languages later in the other videos as well. Right now, I'm just trying to tell you the concepts of computer programming. Let's do the mathematical operation here. Or do the loop first? Let's do the loop first. Okay. So let's try writing my name 10 times. So my name is Anish. Okay, let's write a for statement for $I equals 1. This is the one I doubted in previously in the let's see if my doubt was right. And it says $I is less than $I plus plus and parentheses, which would mean whatever is inside those parentheses would be looped. Okay. So let's see. Let me just echo out my name. Oh, it's easy, 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 easy. Okay. I want to. I'm going to use an HTML tag here. Stay with me. It will. What it will do is it's just like a caret return. It will just carry to the next line. Let's see if it works. It should actually. Okay, but I'm not sure how many inches are there. So just let's just write the marker as well. Where it is, how many times I've written. If I just echo out the variable dot I, which holds the value of where the loop is, it should tell me how many times it has written. Okay, it has written 9 times. That's what I doubted. Because it means that while I is less than 10, it will keep repeating it. Once it is equal to 10, it will not be less than 10, it won't write it. So it should be all equal to 10. If I write it this, it should write 10 times. Yes, right? Um, that's the essential concept of variables, writing, and loops. And this is your first computer program in a language or in English. I'm going to write the links which are essential to this concept in the description of this video, and you can give me your feedback upon these videos. And if you have any questions, please ask the question in the comments. I should be able to answer you. Thank you very much for watching.